Hi, this is Kenneth, and thank you for watching Common Hawthorne. I'm doing a video response today to Lupa Moon with her hashtag bekind, and she has presented 5 questions, and I have some answers. The first one is, what can you do to empower others? And I think the way that I can best empower others is to tell them how they've improved my life. Um, that leaves it to them to accept it or not. Um, I don't want to try to empower others by deciding what I think is best. So mostly just speaking out of my own experience of them. And then number 2 is name someone on YouTube who has inspired you. And that would be Yaritza from Bujo Witchcraft. And it's mostly actually not for her videos, which are a lot of unboxings and bullet journal setups, Bujo Witchcraft. Um, but on her blog and on Instagram, the way that she provides resources to the tarot community and her very creative monthly challenges and hashtags are really great, and uh, it really inspires me to see what she does and how creative she is and how she gives to the tarot community. Question 3 is, name 2 channels that make you happy, and I'm going to name 3 just because. Havana at Sparkle Divine Tarot. It just makes me happy every time she has a video. Her self-effacing manner, the way she smiles as though everyone is in on every little joke or mistake or coy statement. I like the way that she starts off every video with a couple of outtakes, as though to signal right up front that even though she puts a lot of care into producing her videos, um, that there's this acknowledgement uh, of fun and joy in what she's doing. Then the second person I would name is Colin at Prism and Company, um, just because he is so creative and the enthusiasm with which he um, carries out his mania, the various ones. Um, I really get a kick out of the way he presents his craft and his joy and his interest in tarot and other cards. And finally is Susan at Quill Tarot. She doesn't do a lot of videos and doesn't have a lot of followers, but she's just so down to earth and patient and calm, and it makes me happy when she has a new video. Question 4, what card depicts kindness to you? And I have a whole bunch of cards, of course, because that's the way I am. But from 3, I picked cards from 3 decks. So from the Lightseer's Tarot, I was surprised that the one that kind of seemed the most let me see if I can focus. That seemed the most kind was the Pentacles. It was this 7 of Pentacles. But something that came up in a number of different decks is the 6 of Cups. Cups in general came up a lot. And then, and this might hurt, I just love the Page of Cups. I mean, look at that, being so kind to that little fish. But the 6 of Cups in this deck is, I think a number of 6s would tend to be kind. And then from Saceraibido, the Six of Cups in the Saceraibido seems more like the result of kindness. And it's a person with flowers coming out of their chest. But I thought that this Three of Cups, the companionship, seems very kind. And then there's a pair of cards that it's just like, can you imagine two kinder people than the King and Queen of Cups in Saceraibido? I mean, just look at them. Don't you want to go to their house? Don't you want him to pour you a cup of tea or hot chocolate or coffee, whatever you want? And look at the care with which she's embracing a little bit of the universe. I think they're just wonderful. So that's mostly aesthetic choices. The aesthetics of the cards are, of course, determined in part because of, how people see the suits. But then I also have a more abstract answer, and it seems like the card in the abstract that means kindness is temperance, and that kind of the moderation, the invitation to mystery, to transformation, is, I think, kind. And oddly enough, the Temperance card in Saceraibido is one of the cards that I find rather cold. So this deck, this specific card doesn't really do it for me aesthetically. And here is Temperance in the This Might Hurt, which is lovely. I think that that's a lovely angel. And then finally, just because these are the three decks I had pulled out, the Temperance card and the Light Seekers, which is not Light Seers, which is not, I don't know that he's particularly kind visually, but that's what I said, like the idea behind it is part of what's important, which leads to question number 5. What does kindness mean to me? And to me, it means kindness is one of the spiritual gifts. I'm not a practicing Christian, but I have been. And the list of the gifts of the Spirit include kindness. And so there are things that are associated with that: patience, self-control, generosity. But there's that idea that it's by being connected to my best self that allows me to express those things, like patience and generosity and support. And I think one of the ways of being kind is to actually hear what somebody's saying about their own condition, which is different than listening. After listening comes actually hearing. So hearing where somebody is so that I can respond to what they've said from the heart, which doesn't mean fixing it necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean giving them what they ask for. If they asked for something, I mean, they might not ask for anything at all. So simply recognizing that their experience and their expression of their experience is worthwhile and means something to me, and that I've heard it, that I have empathy for where they are, whether I can do anything about it or respond, or whether they want me to respond in any way or not. So that is my response to the Be Kind hashtag that Lupa Moon is spreading through the TarotTuber community. And once again, I'm Kenneth, and this is Common Hawthorne. Thanks for coming by. Subscribe or hit like if you have enjoyed what you're seeing on my channel. And I'll see you again. Bye.